Wouldn't it help if I turned on my mic? Good morning, making sure everything is on and plugged in. As usual, move, curve, stretch, do whatever it is you need to do, and I'll meet you back on the mat. Good morning. Taking your time, stretching it out. Good morning or afternoon. You might be somewhere where it might be middle of the day. And if you're joining from that, good for you for joining midway. So just take a few moments, stretching it out, moving at your own speed. Cameras on, cameras off, bodies on, bodies definitely on, no bodies off. So just give yourself another few moments. We'll let some stragglers roll on in. We're going to start in about 30 seconds. Good morning. All right, it is time to start. So come and meet me. I don't know why I'm turning directions. Come and meet me on all fours. So we're going to start with a nice little spine opener, little cat-cow series. So just meet me on all fours. You're going to take that chest down to the ground, opening up that spine. And then tuck those hips and round the spine, real dramatic here. Roll through that just a few more times at your own speed, your own pace. And when you're tucking in those hips to bring that chest up, really make sure that core is coming in tight. Come and meet me now in a nice neutral position, taking that right hand behind that right ear. We're going to open up the chest, elbow all the way up to the sky. And then you're going to bring that right elbow down to that left wrist. So a nice little T-spine opener here. Let's do that 2 more times. Open up that chest, right elbow to the sky. Bring that right elbow down to the wrist. And 1 more time. Right elbow all the way up high to the sky. Bringing in that right elbow to that left wrist. Let's switch directions. Take that right hand down to the ground, left hand behind the ear. Take that left elbow all the way up high, twisting that spine, and then bringing that elbow down to the wrist. I almost said to the ear. Oh, body parts. Funny things that we exist in these. And then let's do that 1 more time, really opening up the chest here. And then taking that left elbow down to the ground. And then coming back in a nice neutral position, we're going to tuck those toes and send it into a downward facing dog. So with this downward dog, send those hips up nice and high. Arms are nice and long down the spine, pedaling out those feet for just another 4, 3, my ankles are cracking, 2, and 1. Bring both heels down to the ground, send that right leg up nice and long, really opening up here. Bending that right leg, and yes, you can let that hip open up. I know I'm usually like square off the hips, but let it open up. Extend that leg nice and long again. Come into a plank, bring that right knee to that right elbow. Bring that right knee to that left elbow. Bring that right knee back to that right elbow. And then send that leg right back up into a 3-legged dog. And then let's just switch sides, replacing that right leg down, bringing that left leg up nice and long, opening it up here, bending that left leg, opening up that left hip, extending that left leg nice and long, and now bringing that left leg into a plank, into that left elbow, bringing that left knee into that right elbow, back to that left knee or elbow, and then back to that 3-legged dog. Placing that left foot down on the ground. Let's work our hands to meet our feet to meet our hands. In through the center now, grabbing the elbows, bending a little bit more forward. If you need a little bend in the knees, totally cool. Just rock it side to side, but keep that core tight. So let that rock just come from the center of you for just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself one gentle press of the chest in towards the legs. Slowly roll it up, because we have a whole class to get through. So you're gonna start with, gotta move my body. You're gonna have 3 moves, 1 round, 1 minute per move, no rest in between. This full body activation is going to just really get us nice and warm here. So we're gonna start, you can start in the center of your mat or on the edge, whatever feels good. We're just gonna do standing roll up, so I'll roll down. So all that is, you're gonna bring that chin in towards the chest. You're gonna keep that core tight. You're just gonna slowly roll it down, as slow as you can possibly go. And then you're just gonna go to reach towards those toes, let those arms hang. Then you're gonna roll it up. And rolling it up, you're gonna squeeze the backside of your body, squeeze those glutes, keep that core in tight, and then roll it up. It's a simple roll up, roll down. So then from here, you're gonna take it to the back of the mat, or no, you're not even gonna go to the back of the mat. You're gonna come into a nice high plank. You're gonna take that right leg on the outside of those hands. You're gonna twist that arm up high to the sky, that right arm. You're gonna replace that right arm down. You're gonna switch it out through plank. So go back to plank, take it on the left side. You're gonna turn to switch to the left side with that nice twist. Take that left arm down and then back through a plank. So you're really just gonna open up that chest there. Last but not least, crab reach overs. So we're really opening up here. So you're gonna come onto your backside onto all 4s, but crab style. So you're just gonna take that opposite, you're gonna take your right arm and you're gonna reach it towards the left diagonal over the body. So you're just gonna do a nice crab reach over here, and then you're just gonna switch it out. So place the right arm down, then you're gonna go to reach towards the left diagonal, and then bring it back down. So I just really want you to think about opening up the body here, because we got a lot of work to do, and we're gonna do a lot of core work today. So give me about 10 seconds to find the right timer, because I never can get it right. So standing in the center, we're just gonna do those nice standing roll downs, staying nice and tight in the body. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that chin in towards the chest. Keep that core tight. Slowly roll it all down. A slight little bend in the knees. Then you're just gonna roll it back up. And you're gonna roll it back up by squeezing the backside of the body, keeping that core in tight, and then coming up to the top. So I know this just doesn't feel like too much, but I want you to really feel it on the way up. And the way you're gonna do that is by really squeezing through and thinking, okay, shins, backside of the glutes, oars in, collarbone, chest, and all the way to the top. You have only about 15 seconds, and we're gonna go into that lunge twist in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come and meet me into that nice high plank now. So come into that high plank, take that right leg on the outside of those hands, twist that arm open, place that arm down, and then take it back. So make sure that that core is really holding you steady here. I want you to think about how you're bringing the leg through the center, twisting that body, opening up that chest, and then you're just placing it back. So try not to shimmy too much here. If it's hard to do in this plank, you can totally do this move from your knees if that feels better for you. But a little challenge won't hurt you. You have about 20 seconds left here. After this, it's gonna be those crab reach overs. In 15. Deep breaths. Relax the face. Enjoy your body. This is the one you exist in. You have 3, 2, and 1. So switching onto our backside, almost like you're going into a tricep dip. You're gonna reach over to the diagonal, right hand towards the left side, and then bring it back in from center. Whew. This top is not forgiving. About 40 more seconds left. Keep that chest nice and open here. That's what we're trying to accomplish today, is a nice open body. Breathe into this. I know those wrists are feeling some kind of way. You can always take a moment to shake it out. You can wait until the end because don't worry, we will have an opportunity to shake. Keep reaching through. You only have about 10 seconds left, and then it's on to the workout. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, you guys, take a second to stretch while I explain the workout. It is 6 moves, 3 rounds. I forgot to put the time. It's 40 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So you're going to start with some simple little cross-back lunges. So all that is, or curts and lunges, whatever you want to call them. So you're just going to cross one leg behind one leg. You're going to try to stay nice and centered in the body. Don't lean too far forward. Don't lean too far back. And then come in through the center and then switch it out for the other side. So just cross-back lunges, taking it behind you. Then from here, again into those legs. You're going to give me a narrow squat. So those knees and those legs are going to be kind of in line with those shoulders. You're going to give me one nice narrow squat. You're going to step one leg out into like a sumo-ish position. Give me a nice wide squat. Bring it back through the center for another narrow squat, and then back to the side for a nice wide squat. Keeping those hips tucked under, shoulders roll back, core in tight. I'm gonna get that tattooed on my forehead, I swear. Then from here, it is going to be, hold on. What is it? Oh, sometimes my handwriting is funny. Yes, I write things down. Mountain climber. So again, you're back on those wrists. It's going to be fine. You're just going to take those knees in towards the chest. Have that collarbone nice and open here. So knees in towards the chest with those mountain climbers. If the mountain climbers aren't for you, if that's a little too much to be on those legs, you can do this on your knees and just give me tiny little knee tucks here, using that core to bring those legs in. And then from here, you're going to come onto those forearms. We're going to do some hip dips. So you're going to meet me in a nice low plank. Hands can be down on the ground or in a little prayer pose, but in a low plank, you're going to take hips to the right side, bring it up through center. Don't lift those hips high. Try to keep them nice and low, and then bringing it to the left side. So just hip dips, really working into those obliques. Last 2 moves are going to be a lifted abductor. So you're going to come meet me on your back, almost as if we were going into a glute bridge, but not. So glute bridge-esque position. You're going to lift those heels up, and you're going to lift those hips up high off the ground. Try to keep it in one nice straight line. Hands can go on the side, or they can go overhead, whatever feels better for you. If they're overhead though, I want your shoulders down on the ground. Or you can have those hands on the core, whatever feels good. And you're just going to give me tiny little abductors, which means bringing those legs in and out. Those knees are going to pulse in and out. You're going to squeeze those glutes. You're going to squeeze those thighs. You can also put your hands on the outside of your thighs for a little extra resistance work there. So those are lifted abductors. And last but not least, we're ending with a burpee, but it's a flow burpee because I don't feel like jumping, because you don't have to jump everything all the time. So a flow burpee, you're going to come meet me in the center of your mat. You're going to flow those arms up all the way high to the sky. You're going to take those arms out from underneath you. You can either hop, step, or jump it out behind you. You can give me a push-up. You can take out the push-up. And then you're just going to hop, step, jump, or walk it back in, and then just flow those arms back up. So you flow those arms down. You can also take out that jump and push up entirely by flowing those arms up, coming into a nice low lunge and lunging each leg back once, and then you can flow it back up. So again, it is cross-back lunges, narrow to wide squat, mountain climbers, hip dips, lifted abductors, flow burpee. Guys, it's time to move. Getting ready in 15 seconds. It's gonna go by really fast because we got a little bit of a longer core finisher today. So cross-back lunges, let's go. Don't speed through these. You have 3, 2, 1, we're on. So lunging it behind you, and then coming back through the center. So cross those legs behind you and doing your best to stay up nice and high here. So really lift up through the center as someone is literally pulling a little string. And I'm gonna just relax into this moment. 20 seconds left, nice and slow here. I want you to feel every little part of the body working. This is not just legs. You can squeeze those biceps just a little bit for a little extra arm work. 4, 3, we're gonna go into squats in 2 and 1. Shake it out. That goes fast. You have 15 seconds to rest. Whatever it is you need to do, you can just stand, you can move your body, you can roll those hips, whatever feels good. Narrow to wide squats. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Narrow squat all the way in through the center, taking it out nice and wide. I will tell you, squats are not my favorite. I have a weak lower body, but that means I'm always doing my best. sitting it back, being nice and strong here, thinking less about how it looks like on the outside. Of course, good form is important, but more about how it feels. So you can kind of know if you're doing it right or if you're totally off. Trust your body, trust your intuition, trust your gut. You know a lot more than you think you do. 3, 2, and 1. That went fast. 15 seconds down on the ground, mountain climbers. So in that nice high plank, you don't need to sprint these. You don't need to run these. You can if you want, but you don't have to. You have 4 mountain climbers in 3, 2, and 1. We are on. Bringing the knees in towards the chest. A nice flat back. Nice open collarbone. Charging back a little in those heels. Actively make sure that chest is open. I had to do that right now because I was feeling myself hunching. So take that moment and reflect. You're less than halfway to go. Work to bring those knees in. You got this. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up off those wrists. Give yourself a little relief. We're going back into that low plank though, so it'll be that low plank hip dips. So I really want you to think about that core because we're going to be using a lot of it at the end. You have 5 seconds to come meet me in that low plank hip dip in 3, 2, and 1. Let's send hips side to side, rolling it through the center. You're lifting through the center, but not super high here. That core is open, or that core is tight. You're charged back a little in the heels, so push back just a little bit. These are slow. Breathe into this. Don't overstress yourself. Like I mentioned before, we're very capable. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flipping onto our backs, it's those lifted abductors. So getting ready into a glute bridge-ish position. You're gonna go to touch those hands towards those heels to make sure you're getting close. We're gonna lift those heels up, lift that body up in 3, lifted abductors, and 1, let's go. Lift the hips, lift the heels, tiny little open and closes here. The smaller, the better. So how do you know you're doing this right? Those glutes are squeezed. You feel those legs burning up. Those inner thighs are saying good morning every time you bring them in and out. Small movements here. Again, you can have the hands around the core. You can have the hands on the outside of those legs for a little extra personal resistance. Hands can go up above or just down on the ground. You have 3, 2, and 1. That went fast, 15 seconds, rolling it up to the top. It's flow burpee time. Yep, you got this. Burpees are fun. Burpees are fun. Burpees are fun. You have 3, 2, and 1. Let's flow those arms up high, long to the sky. Take them down from underneath you. Walk, step, hop it back. 1 solid push-up or no push-up. And then flow it back up to the top. You can always take that push-up from those knees if that feels best for you. But you can always take this opportunity to challenge yourself, or you can always make sure to do this first round in whatever way feels perfect, and then progress it as you move on. You only have about 10 seconds left. Trust me, when I first started moving, I was like, I can't do burpees, I can't do push-ups. It was a lot of ants. In 3, 2, and 1, 15 seconds of rest. All right, back to the top with those crossback lunges. Try to start with a leg that you didn't start with last time. A little bit of brain game is always good. You got 5 seconds though. You have 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Crossback lunges. All the way down, all the way up. Making sure if you're using those arms, you're giving them a nice little press back here. Squeezing everything. Deep breaths. I know I'm tired too, guys. You have 10 seconds left. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out, those legs. Oh yeah. But we're going to some narrow to wide squats. So narrow squat, wide squat, opening up, setting those hips forward. You have 4, you have 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Narrow squat, opening up to that wide squat, centering through the body, getting nice and low here. Tracking those knees out in that narrow squat, sending those hips back. Oh yeah. Our bodies are capable of so much. So many times we think we gotta go to this crazy expensive Pilates reformer class or this fancy gym with all this equipment. While there is absolutely merit to all of that, if you're just trying to get some movement in, welcome to TheSecret.LA. In 3, 2, and 1. Down to the ground, mountain climbers, 15 seconds of rest, of course. But this is the reminder that you can do a lot of good shit right here. You have 3 mountain climbers in 2, 1, high plank, let's go. Bring the knees in at a tempo that feels supportive and good to you. Sometimes I feel a little self-conscious in movement. I'm like, wait, my legs are touching each other. I feel tired. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. But what I am sure of is that I'm doing it. 15. So just be kind to yourself and know that you're in the moment and you're in the practice, and that's the most important. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it. Shake out those wrists. Leg dips are coming in hot. We're going back into that low plank. We're gonna really fire up through that center. Come meet me there. You have 4, and 3, and 2. Low plank hip dips. 1. Let's go. Taking it to the side, through the center, to the other side. Let your body just roll through this. You only have 2 more moves, 1 more round, and some really fun core work. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back all the way around onto your back. Lifted abductors. Slow and steady, guys. Go to reach for those toes. You're gonna lift that body up in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the chest and the hips. Lift those heels, the little abductors. Tiny little motions here. I'm gonna go quiet and let you dive in. Lift a little higher. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those hips gently, lower those heels, roll it to the top because it's flow burpee time. I want you to really enjoy this round. I want you to take this round and say, I'm in charge. Body's not in charge. I'm in charge. 3, 2, 1. Lift those arms up. Take it down. Legs out. Push up if you can. And then back up. We are not our body. We are not our brain. We are this strange little inner conscious being that is the one in charge of our movement, in charge of our thoughts. We have the ability to shift, evolve, and change by doing the things we know are going to improve our bodies and brains, which you're doing right now. You're in movement, you're in community, and you're alone. Oops, 15 seconds, guys, to the top. Whew, that went fast. So, crossback lunges to the top. This is your last round. We gotta go through this one more time, and we're in a core finisher in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So, crossback lunges. So you're working to get that knee down behind you. You're just allowing yourself to exist. Deep breaths. You're almost there. Get nice and low. Keep that core strong. Keep a nice little relaxed look on that face. You have 4, 3. We're almost out of legs. In 2 and 1. Okay, shake it out. Guys, it's narrow to wide squat time. 10 seconds left. You're gonna take this moment to breathe, to fix everything, to get out all the wiggles. You have 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Narrow to wide squat. Deep breaths. After class, my suggestion is about at least 5 minutes of stretching. I know you're like, I don't have time. Make a little time. You have 24 hours in the day, 365 days in the year. You got a little bit of time for 5 minutes. You pick 2 songs you like, and then you move on. You have 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds. Down to the mat you go. And I have a hair in my mouth. Gross. Coming back to those mountain climbers, guys. This is your last time. This is when you're going to be your strongest and you're going to work your hardest. You have 3, 2, and 1. Knees into the chest. Again, at that tempo that feels comfortable and able to be done consistently. Lower that back, making sure it's nice and straight. Don't compromise the form just to get the knees in. Move it a little slower to really focus in. You have 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, shake it off. Let those wrists just roll out. Maybe a little neck roll might help. You got 3 more moves. It's those hip dips, lifted abductors, flow burpees. You're almost there. Let it happen. 3 hip dips and 1. Oh, that went fast. You're on. Taking it side to side here. Again, not lifting too much through the center, but of course, you have to lift through the center. Of course, if at any moment this is feeling a little rough, drop those knees for just a moment, recalibrate, just pick it right back up. You have less than halfway to go though. You can do this. If I can do this, trust me, you can do this. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, switching it out, coming onto our back. It's those lifted abductors, guys. This time I would like us to all try to put our hands on the outside of our thighs if the balance works for us, just for that little bit of extra resistance. 3, 2, 1, lift the hips, lift the heels, hands on the thighs, tiny little pulses. Pressing those hands into those legs. So you're gonna feel this a little in those biceps and triceps. You're definitely gonna feel it in those legs. Squeeze those thighs. Squeeze those glutes. Relax that face, I know. It's contradictory, but you can do 2 things at once, duality. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower those hips, lower those heels. We got 1 more round of burpees. Rolling it up to the top. You got this. Do something you haven't done before in those other rounds. Maybe it's that push-up from your knees. Maybe it's that full push-up. Maybe it's that little bit of just a little extra 3, 2, 1. We're on. Blow it up. Take it down. Of course, you can always reduce the movement too. Just because I'm telling you to move somewhere doesn't mean you have to. It's simply an invitation. I'm excited for this core finisher, you guys. That's honestly what I've been looking forward to all morning. 10 seconds. Give me 4, 3, don't quit early, in 2, and 1. All right, you guys, it's core finisher time. It is 4 moves, 2 rounds, 40 seconds per move, no rest in between. You will be on your back the whole time. So you're gonna just start with simple, slow crunches. Hands are gonna go behind the head. You're just gonna lift that chest through that center, work to get those shoulder blades off the ground, and then you just lower it down, simple, slow crunches. Then from here, it is going to be a straight leg, diagonal crunch. So you're gonna take those legs out nice and long. You're gonna take those arms into a nice and up and long. Palms are gonna face together. You're gonna drop one leg, and you're gonna reach those arms towards the leg that is up towards the sky in a diagonal. You're gonna bring that leg back up, and then you're gonna switch it out. So lower the opposite leg, and then you're gonna bring it back up through the center. So those are your straight leg diagonal lift crunches or diagonal lower crunches. Last 2 moves are going to be an around the world crunch. So you're gonna take it to the side, to the center, to the side, and a little reverse crunch. And then you're gonna switch direction. Last but not least, eagle crunch. Cross the legs. You can wrap them like once or twice. You're gonna wrap those arms about once or twice. So you're in some nice little V-lift or nice little curl positions here. And then you're gonna take those elbows to crunch up towards the knees. And you're gonna bring it back down. Eagle crunches are hard, but you got this. You have 2 rounds, 4 moves, 40 seconds per move, no rest in between. I will call it all out as we go. Let this one just go for you. You have 7 seconds and just slow crunches in 4, 3, slow crunches in 2, 1, let's go. Lifting up through the center, lowering it back down. Nice and slow here. Every time you lift up, maybe lift just a little bit extra at the end. Keeping that lower back glued to the ground. After this, in about 15 seconds, we're gonna extend those legs long. Arms are gonna go up long, and it'll be the diagonal crunch with the leg drop in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send those legs up nice and long, arms up nice and long. You're gonna drop one leg, reach those arms to the side that is up and that the leg is up, and you bring it back. So drop one leg, reach the arms, and then back through center. Let those obliques scream. Let them say, I'm feeling something. 20 seconds left. After this, it's around the world crunches. You'll take it side, center, side, reverse in 10 seconds. Then we're gonna get into that real tough one, that eagle crunch in 4, 3 around the world crunches in 2, and 1. Bring those legs back down, hands behind the head. Let's go reach across. One arm in the center, and then reach that other arm across. Then a little reverse crunch, tiny reverse crunch with those lower abs. And then you just reverse the around the world. So taking it the other way to start, and then through a reverse crunch. And we are so close. We are halfway through this round. We're gonna finish out with a little bit of an eagle crunch. Run through this all one more time, then you're out of here. So really keeping that lower back glued to the ground through the center in 2, 1. Guys, cross those legs, cross those arms, bring those toes to the ground, bring the elbows to meet the knees, holy shit, and bring them back down. This one's gonna be feeling crazy, but you're just gonna do the damn best you can. I know. I feel it too. About 7 more seconds left.
Peace to the world, peace to the kids.
We're almost to the end of this. And then we're at the top of round 2 in 1. Holy crap, unwind it all. Slow crunches. Reaching, or not reaching, lifting through the center and lowering it back down. Slow and steady here.
Christ, sleepy giant gone rest. Blonde hair, blue-eyed virgin ain't shit. Meditate backwards, church bells ring.
20.
Hymn, footsteps, Ethiopian, old hunchback.
Lift a little higher. If I can, you can. Give me 4. We're gonna do the straight leg diagonals in 3, 2, and 1. Legs nice and long, arms nice and long. We're gonna drop one leg, reach for the diagonal with that side crunch, back through the center. Upper abs and lower abs, all connecting here together. You're almost there. You only have 2 more rounds after this. Less than 2 minutes of work to go. Are you lifting as high as you feel like you can? You only have 7 seconds around the world crunches. In 3, 2, and 1. Around the world crunches. Let's go. Reach across through the center. Reach across. Little reverse crunch.
RP my dogs, finding strength in despair. Loose change, weed pape, swimming through the tears, fighting through fallacies.
After this, it's only 1 more round, guys. And by 1 more round, I mean 1 more move. Holy shit. My bad. Don't worry. 1 more move. 10 seconds. You're breezing through these 5 minutes of core work. In 4 ego crunches. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's wrap it and let's fly. Elbows towards the knees. Doing the best you can to get those shoulders off the ground. Trust me. I'm burning up too. But you have less than halfway to go. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, guys. We made it. So, you know the drill. A quick little photo if you don't mind. In 5, in 4, in 3, and 2, and 1. Thank you so much for joining. If you don't mind putting your Instagram handles in the chat, Jen and Jasmine, I got you guys. Maylee, am I pronouncing that right? And if not, tell me how to pronounce it. And Shavaya, that would be awesome.
It's Miley.
Miley, perfect. Lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for joining. You're welcome, Shavaya. Miley, cool name. All right, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.